Well, we got what we call an attempt to locate on a suspect that was possibly involved in a shooting in Phoenix. That was at approximately 1:50. Our trooper happened to come across a vehicle, a tractor trailer, where the subject in the tractor trailer explained that he had been shot at. That person in the tractor trailer received, we think it's just like shrapnel injury, glass that actually struck him. Our trooper left from that location to drive and see if he could locate the vehicle that for the ATL. As he comes up to this rest area, he encounters a man out of his vehicle. That man then fired upon our trooper, who also returned fire. At that point in time, because of the area we're in, we have a lot of people that are assisting and doing things with our local troopers out here, and we had other agencies come in and also engage the suspect.
You said attempt to locate, so was the trooper on his way to locate that individual and came upon the truck driver who had been shot, or is this all the same suspect? Was that the original shooting?
Our trooper came, well, we had received the attempt to locate. While he was out in the area looking for that, he came upon the truck driver who explained he had just been shot up by a vehicle that matched the description.
So you guys were already looking for this vehicle when your trooper came across this before the shooting occurred?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then we were hearing on the scanner that it was a long rifle with a scope, possibly he had body armor?
I cannot comment on that. I don't know. That's going to be more with the detectives when they go through the vehicle, see what kind of weapons they recover, what kind of things are inside the vehicle. At this point in time, I do not know what type of weapons he had or how many he had at this time.
At one point he left out on foot and was roaming around the area, ended up back in this vehicle, and that's when K9 was able to...
I can't comment on that. I don't know for sure. I know that he was out of his vehicle when our trooper contacted him, and I'm not sure if he was inside the vehicle or when the K9 encountered him.
The semis that are on the side of I-10 back there, is that one of that was hit?
I believe there was only one semi up there. That was a semi that was struck.
What
yes.
can you tell us about the suspect? Has he been taken to a nearby hospital? Did he die here at the scene?
I'm sorry,
was
ma'am?
he shot, the suspect?
The suspect did receive a wound. I do not know if it was self-inflicted or if it was from one of the troopers or the other officers that were at the scene.
But they did engage fire with the suspect?
Yes, ma'am.
What are the injuries of the suspect?
I don't have the exact injuries of the suspect. He was transported prior to my arrival.
Did he fire at officers or troopers at all?
I'm sorry, sir?
Did he fire at officers or troopers?
He did fire at I can say he fired at our trooper.
One of the gentlemen who was sleeping in his truck over there said he woke up to lots of gunfire. Would that be an accurate description?
I do not know. We have not interviewed any of the suspects there or any of the officers that were involved at the scene as of right now.
In the beginning, you said that there was a possible shooting in Phoenix. That was the attempt to locate. Did anything come of that? Do you know anything about that?
You would have to contact Phoenix PD, and they can give you more information about that shooting. I don't want to misquote anything on that.
So then, just to make sure we have it correctly, so there is a report of a shooting in Phoenix, not the freeway. The trooper has an idea of who to look out for. Then he comes across the truck driver who had been shot at by the suspect. What you guys think right now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 3 different scenes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Was this a homicide from yesterday, possibly in Phoenix?
You would have to, again, you'd have to contact Phoenix PD to get that additional information, sir.
Was the suspect ever backed out, and what's the suspect's condition right now?
I do not know the suspect's condition. I do believe he was air-vac out.
None of the officers hurt?
No, sir. No officers were injured at that time.
Were you looking for any additional suspects?
We do not believe we're looking for any additional suspects at this time.
How many officers, including Border Patrol, DPS, MCSO, exchanged gunfire with this individual?
I cannot tell you how many that is right now. They're just starting a preliminary interview on that. I can tell you there was multiple agencies involved in the shooting.
So DPS will be handling the investigation at this point?
Yes, sir, we'll be handling the investigation at this point.
With the semi that's on the side of the highway, was that, and you said that's the only vehicle that was struck, does this mean he was firing at vehicles throughout the highway, or was this just a random hit?
Again, I don't know if he singled out that vehicle or how that came about. It's, like I said, it's a very preliminary information we have right now.
So for today's scene, you have that scene along the highway and then this here?
Yes, sir.
So this was the suspect when the trooper got here, just outside his car waiting for him?
According to our preliminary statements, the suspect was out of his vehicle when our trooper arrived into the rest area.
And at the time, was he targeting anybody or shooting?
I do not know at this time.
But no one else was injured here at the scene?
Not that we know of right now.
And
The
then
driver with the
question,
shrapnel, was
westbound
that
10?
at the second scene?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And what about westbound 10? When will that reopen?
I do not know. It depends on how many, I don't know how many people actually shot or what evidence is out there on the scene. So they're going to do a search, and once they finish that search and look for any potential evidence out there, they will open up the scene.
There are a lot of people, at least a couple, that stopped by and said, my car is dead. Is there any way they can get any help out there? Because they've been sitting out there since 2 a.m.
If they are broke down on the freeway, we will help them out, give them a jump start, whatever we need to do to get them back on the road.
Can you show us the suspect's vehicle from over here? Are you able to see it?
No, I don't know if you can see it from here. It's the suspect vehicle is I believe a gray Jeep Cherokee.
So was this suspect, how dangerous could this situation have been? The trooper got here, he was waiting for him.
It's stuff.
He was armed, ready.
You're right. It's stuff that we deal with all the time when you're a state trooper in a remote area. You never know when you're pulling up to assist someone with a flat tire or assist somebody that has been involved in something and they're on the run. So it was a very dangerous situation, as evidenced by how many people we had to respond and all of those things. So.
Was this man alone, and can you give us an age range, possibly a name?
I do not have any of the suspects' info at this time.
Was he alone?
I believe so.
Okay.
And since you guys were already kind of keeping an eye out for him from this homicide from yesterday, was the truck driver who had the shrapnel hit at him, was that the first, like, hey, we might have seen this guy? Is it the first indication of him?
I don't know. We just received the attempt to locate from Phoenix, so I can't speak to what they were doing or what much they were doing. All right?
Thank you, sir.